From Twitch, and we are back in business. And let's look at what we've got accomplished so far. We've got our stream handler picking up the data. It's going through our handler lookup. And now the last thing we need to do is we need to work on our strategy map. And this is going to be also very specific to our game. So there's a couple things that, like, if we ever made an engine out of it, we'd actually take some of this stuff out. So what we're going to do is that we have our reflect strategy map, and we're just going to make a test for this. So munit, haxlib run munit create handler reflect strategy map test. There we go. We're going to shut this guy down. So we're going to close others. Reflect strategy map test. And all of our same old setup stuff here. Okay, so PRV, strategy map, reflect strategy map. There we go. And for now, we're going to set it up to where we don't recreate the strategies. And that may change later, but right now, performance-wise, we don't have to recreate our things. We don't recreate our commands, our actions, actually. So test should get action by IO handler type. So what we're going to do is we're going to do strategy map, and we're going to get okay, so, and we're going to give it a new player. Actually, we should get player connected action. So we need to send in the new player connected, and that is going to return our action. And I called this a strategy action. So now we'll assert or equal the player, actually our equal. Do we want to do that? Yes. We're going to have the player connected action, and it's going to be type get class action. Alright, so let's run that test. It should fail. This one should happen pretty quick, as long as this again. I'll move this here to lookup. Okay. And we move this to here. And see if that changes it. Yep, it does. That's just ridiculous. I wish I knew why I did that, but, well, another day, another time, alright? So, what are we going to do? Our strategy map, we should probably have it extend base object. And set this up this way. So our handler map equals new map class IO handler strategy action, and that should do her. And we actually are going to need our object creator. I bet we're going to have to inject that, because what good is an empty one. It ain't any good. And so here we're gonna need our PRV, object creator, and object creator equals mock object creator, strategy map, init, and our strategy map object creator equals object creator. So actually, you know what? I'm going to kind of go back on that. I'm going to actually create a new guy every time and execute on it. No, I don't like that. It seems dangerous. So let's stick with my guns here. So now we're going to do our handler map set. Our key is going to be our player connected, and our action is going to be a object creator create instance of player connected action. Okay. And what we need to do is we need to object creator instance mock player connected action. No. Returns that. And we're going to say this is going to be player. Ooh, that's going to be tough. Let's try it. Player connected action. I think we had an issue with this in the past, but we'll try it again. So when it gets a player connected action, it should return a player action. So let's do this. So that should be set, and we should be able to do handler map, get type, get class handler. That should do it. And it looks like it doesn't allow us to do that, so I think we can do an object map. Let's see if this works. So this does not. So let's try dynamic and see if that will help us do it. So it failed, and what it's doing is, yeah, these don't match. No, it should be a type. I see why it's kind of weird about it. So what we'll do is we're going to take this guy here, put it here, and we're going to take this guy here, and our action equals this, returns the action, and call this expected action. See if that makes a difference. And this doesn't need to be get class, darn it. Alright, stop. So that still fails. This is a null because we're expecting a, now we got player connected action. I think it's because it can actually find it. It's looking for type handler, player connected. I know. No, that's wrong. So player connected action returns an that maps player connected. Yeah, because it's a different type. Is it a different type? Player connected type. Trace type get class. Or, let's see what it comes through as. So, player connected. I don't think it has an easy time finding this. Let's see if we could do class dynamic and see if that makes a difference. Yeah, it doesn't let us do that. Constraint failure. So let's do this. Let's just do for key and handler map keys trace k and see what that comes out as. So it is matching there. So you would think it's going to just do trace handler map get player connected. So line 26 should actually return something, and it returns null. See, so for some reason it can't seem to match classes. Can we just do class? That could be weird. No, we'll do that. If we do class IO handler, I think it gets weird about that too, right? Yeah, can't do that. It's a bummer. Okay. So we're off to a rough start. Let's do map. Map. Kint is an enum. K is in a class or structure. Is used in other causes compiler. See, doesn't work. So we can do a string map. It's not as fast as one would like, but it'll work. And this will be type dot what's it called? Get class name. So this will work. It's just not the fastest possible implementation. Type get class name. And I think we don't actually need this. And it already knows, right? I think that's gonna work. Yeah, so it still failed, but we don't know why yet. So let's pull this out. Call this our class name string trace class name class name. So actually, you know what? I know what it is. It's this here. I'm gonna create instance. That should be okay. see what's going on here. So the class name is input player connected for K and handler map keys. What is going on here? Trace K. Since when does this have a hard time looking at things up? So here, line 25, it is the exact same string, but it is not getting it. Urgh. What is the problem here? What if we just do handler map get? Okay. Is it going to find it? $25. It can't even get its own key. That is fantabulous. That is frustrating. It can't get its own key. And it's a string class. Unless this is null, that's probably what, that's gotta be edge. That's gotta be turning null. Okay, instance player connected action. I think that's what it is. Cast. I mean, I think this is actually null. Can't find it. Bet you that's what it is. 25, no. What? Are you kidding me? This is the saddest display of the worst thing I've seen in a long time. Okay, so let's create instance player connected action. So that is null, as I thought. Cast any. What about here? We do this because of optional arguments. Let's see if that does something better. And 24 still null. Okay, let's try with an empty array. And that is still null. Okay, this is getting interesting, to say the least. Well, object creator, or object factory test. So how did we even do this in the first one? So that was the actual implementation, so that wasn't a problem. Well, if we do we've done this in the past, and that's what's ridiculous. Player connected action. And that one is also null. We can't actually get anything out of this mock here, so that's the worst thing ever. Trace, make sure this expected action isn't null. Would not be just a world of pain. So, line 38. Whoa. Aha. Because we're calling a nip. That's the problem. How embarrassing. Okay, so we're going to do this. Every expected action, strategy action. Alright. We're in business. Okay. This should work. Alright, we succeeded. Okay. Now, let's change this back to an object map and see if we can use the classes, because that's just better. So dynamic, and didn't get anywhere near as close as I wanted to get done today, and that's just kind of a bummer. Okay, so object map is this, player connected, and here we're just going to get the class. And hopefully this will work. If not, we just undo it all. Yep, that passed. Of course it did. Okay, so test can return null if strategy is not found. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to locate new. This is not going to make any sense to it, so player connect, which is fine. Okay. And assert is null action. Nice camera action. Okay. We're going to need to create a few more of these guys. New class. Unit created action. Actually, on the strategy action, this does not extend base object. Base object. Okay. And by that means we need to do that here and implements unit created action, and we're going to import it. Come on. Oh no, unit strategy action. There we go. And unit move. We're going to put that in there. New class unit move. And that's going to implements strategy action, and we're going to have more work to do. Okay, so we have that one. We'll just dupe this a couple times. Should get unit created, unit created, unit moved, and unit created. Actually, we're going to change this to an action. Action. Come on, come on. There we go. Watch. That's stupid. Unit move, action. It's a very dangerous thing to get into. Unit move, action. Oh, looks like it changed it for us. Okay, so that's good. That's good. And this is unit created. Unit move. Unit move. And we're going to do this. And actually I'll just do I'll move this to here. And we're going to take this stuff with it. So it's a little bit easier to manage for each one. So this is a unit created action, unit created action, unit move, action created action, and then unit move action, unit move action. Should have 2 failing tests, and this should be pretty easy to do. Unit created action, unit move action, and this is going to be a unit created action. No, this is not correct. Unit created, unit move, unit move action. There we go. This should pass. Kind of excessive on the test on this one, but it's going to be one of those things that we need to make sure that this stuff is turning what we expect. If we ever want to change stuff, we want to make sure our test fails. So, that being said, we're running close on time. We need to do this. And for now, we're just going to inject the logger, and we're just going to logger, log debug, player connected, and actually player connected gives us a player ID. So what you need to do we'll just do player ID handler I can cast it or player action player connected action cast handler player action player ID. Okay, so we have that information. So more stuff we need to do. We got lots to do here. We have lots to do still. I thought we'd get to more fun networking stuff, but we have a bit to do still. We need to be registering our units and things like that. We'll call this service, and we'll call this player service, and this will be we're going to create a new one. This is some convention I picked up years ago, value object. I don't know why I came up with that, or someone else did. Player value object. It's going to be an interface as well. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to say player service function get player by ID, ID string, and this will give us a player. Actually, we're going to do player int, in this case, player value object. And actually, we need to do complete player object, because this could happen asynchronously. Void, okay? So when we get that, we'll have our player and things like that. And so on our handler, we have the player connected action. I'm sorry, I'm looking for unit created. We can associate the unit with the player, so that's good. And so that should be okay. We're running out of time, so I gotta step away. It's a bummer because I'm getting really excited about this. We're getting really meaty with what's going on here, but it could be a very interesting next week. So a couple things we need to do is, this is where we create our unit. So this is actually going to interact with our, wow, where did that go? Oh, our playground, there we are. So it's going to be very similar to our playground when we actually like when we do our click. I think that's actually in our live game actually. When we click, is this where we click? This is on down, up, move. This is where we click. This is not where we click. Okay, so maybe it's in our playground. It's basically the same thing. We're actually going to drop the wizard onto the screen, and then there we go. This is our magic going here on down. Then we start running around the screen. So here we go. This is where we load our stuff. Create wizard. There we are. Move last wizard. So this is going to be very similar. We're going to actually be taking this out, putting this into our create action or move action. These are basically going to go straight into there, and it's going to be good. So we're getting close. Things are happening pretty quickly. The next week we'll get into our back end and we'll be ready to go. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Git add test. Get status. Commit. Finished the strategy map. And we're going to push that. Git push origin master. Date. Git tag 2016-05-17. Ooh, 27-08-47. Git push origin. And there we go. So I'll see you guys next week. We'll start working on more of our back end. Hopefully, we should be able to. I don't see why not. We're getting really close on the front end. So we'll just put in some trace statements in there, just so that we see that they're happening, and then we'll get the back end rolling, and I'm getting excited. So we'll see you guys next week, and happy